the 10 Lyran Guards Revenants versus the Dark Sea Corsairs. This one's going to be a little bit more of a fun matchup. Some little bit of history between some players on both sides. So yeah, you got anything to say about this one, Tios?
I'm still mad about the last game, so no. Potato Carry, you were this close to greatness, and if I didn't predict you, if I didn't bet on you, I wouldn't be as mad, but that was something. But yeah, 10th Lyran Guards, Revenants, formerly known as 5JDX, formerly known as Black Omen, formerly known as, I don't know, JGXB team, against Dark Sea Corsairs, who has like 6 to 10 Equilibrium players on their team. So names are weird.
Is it the Equilibrium Corsairs at this point?
I want to say it's Dark Sea Equilibrium.
Yeah? That one might fit a little bit better. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I am betting... I don't know. I'm actually going to bet a 3-0. Not because I am underestimating Revenants, but because Dark Sea Corsairs has just had that much of a glow up. I think that I'm expecting a 3-0 or a 3-1 DSC victory. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, 10 Lyra Guards has a lot of the mix-up of pilots. Like, you have Carbon and Villain from Mechandorius from last year. You also have, like, against a lot of the old 5J guys are there. You know, Django, Monk. No Bacon, which is interesting.
Also, I'm just gonna say this now. I know you're called Revenants. I am sorry if I say your name wrong. However, you all still have 5 JDX tags. So, I'm going to make a mistake. I apologize. But yeah. Oh, Dark Sea Corsairs tagged up a lot of them. They're almost all unified now. Go them.
Almost.
But yeah, I don't know. Are we ready to start the map in?
Yeah, if you want to send it to them real quick. I'm just trying to find my sticky note, but that's... Yeah, I'm weird. I do all of my notes on sticky notes.
Yeah. So
oh, there's
who do
Bacon.
I think both of these teams are fairly versed in all maps. I am betting Revenants will want to play Bog, and I am betting Dark Sea Corsairs will want to play HPG. So let's see who decides to pick.
Yeah, so it's 10 Lyran Guards are the ones to pick first. Then it'll be Dark Sea.
Come on, pick. Come on, pick. Pick a map. Pick a map. If you don't pick a map, I'm banning you from MWO.
They pick Bearclaw first.
Oh, my prediction was wrong. But I said Dark Sea Corsairs would pick HPG.
Are you gonna go 0-2?
They're gonna pick
It'd be
HPG.
very funny.
Yeah!
It
I have
HPG.
1 out of 3 predictions correct because I also said that Potato Carry would win.
Yeah, I think I voted Potato Carry too. What's we map 2? Don't send me a friend request. We got Terra's drop 3. Let the Q Dodgers win. Waiting on BSC.
Oh, Bog is drop 5. Why is Bog always drop 5?
I think it's because people don't like Bog.
If you swap HPG and Bear Claw, this is the same order as last match.
Yeah. Alright, so now we have map sides. Please just make our lives easy. Looks like 10 Lyran Guards is gonna be team 2.
Oh, yeah, and then HPG is gonna be a swap.
Yeah. Come on, map 3. Oh. Hera, same sides.
These guys take way too long to pick.
File it with the complaint department.
We need to make this a lightning round. You have a minute to pick, or else you forfeit.
Forfeit the entire competition.
A minute total.
Man, I feel like these are gonna be just like from lobbies where everyone takes 30 minutes to get one drop done. Oh, hey, we have same sides again, I think, yeah.
Come on. Pick the same side for Bog so we don't have to do work.
No.
Fuck. Can I swear at this? Yes, I can.
Yeah, I think so. Alright, so the map order is going to be Bear Claw, HPG, Terra, Frozen City, and Bog.
Bing back Bog.
Bing back Bog.
Which teams?
Right, go ahead and go.
Gotta check again.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. 5 JD. Already did it. Team 2 is... Team 2 is Revenant. We gotta swap.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Nobody move, nobody do anything. Just let me make this as
So yeah, I'm predicting
pain-free as possible.
A 3-0 or a 3-1 sweep in favor of Dark Sea Corsairs.
Yeah, I can see it.
That is what I am predicting.
I kind of want this to go to drop 5 again. Alright, getting the timer started.
Alrighty. What do I think? I think BSC... Ooh. I don't think they're gonna do like a run-around cap strat the same way that Potato, Carry, and Mantra did. But I do think they are going to do a control strat. I don't think they're gonna run at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think so either. It's not their style of play. Like if you look past throughout the DSC's play throughout the entire year, there's been a lot of aggression, but they also have showed that they're not afraid to really leverage like their skill. 'Cause like you have Basalt, who's arguably one of the best traders in the game. Chicken, who's just one of the best overall players. Like, there's not many people that can go up against Chicken and win against him in a 1v1. And then you also have Nyan, who's, again, really, really good aim, right up there next to Assault. You also have the infamous Stim. His light play and his situational awareness of the game has just been something that, again, has been talked about for ages. But then you also have on the other side of 5J, or the formerly known as 5J. A lot of those people have been playing together for a while. They've been training with JGX, also known as Fidelis Machina. You also have, again, one of the best traders of the game, Carbon, as well in there. Bacon, who again led this team formerly known as 5J towards their second place win in last year's tournament. I think he did take a bit of a break, and now he's coming back for this one. You have Monk and Django, two of probably the top 10 players in this game right now as well. So there's a lot of skill on the table. I think wins are gonna be based off of who makes the first mistake and who can capitalize on it.
I think 5JDX is going to run a 5-man wolf pack, and they're going to try to run around, get picks, and kill people.
Makes sense. It's effective.
But I don't know. Of course, first thing is that 5JDX has to trim some of their players. Given the fact that they have 11 in a lobby right now. I don't understand why people always try to join with their full 12. It just makes the caster's life hard.
You know, sometimes you just want to get people some screen time. You know, their 30 seconds of fame. I know we did it against Blob. You know, kind of everyone hit him with the, "Hi, Mom, I'm on camera." You know. So, the really unfortunate thing about Bear Claw is, like, the drop zones are so close together, you can't really tell anything off of spawns. Like, there's some maps you can kind of tell, like, oh, yeah, they're gonna, you know, do a push down the right side, or, hey, they're gonna set up for more of a traditional trade strat. You can't really do that necessarily with Bear Claw.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you can still tell a bit, and I don't know. I already gave my predictions. I stand by them, but I do think that my predictions for Revenants might be a bit worse, just because I'm not as familiar with them. But I mean, you and I have both played for Darksea at some point, so we both are pretty familiar with how they operate, and yeah, I think a 3-cap control, sit as far back as you can with something like an ER large Goss Stone Rhino, you know, an ER large Xe. I think that's pretty much in the bag. I think that's exactly what DSC is going to do.
Yeah, I definitely know they do like the Xe. It's just such a versatile platform, especially with the introduction of the Executioner M last year. Really kind of gave it a lot more of a stronger edge to its sword, quote unquote. So both teams look like to be at that 475, so not utilizing that 5 extra tons, which is okay. About 475 to 480 has typically been the sweet spot for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
It doesn't really give anything away either.
Yeah. I would say in these previous years, compared to, like, you know, MWO comp or Worlds in 2017, 2018, 2019, I would say tonnage has always been key, and that if you could get that 5 extra tons, there's almost always a better option that's 5 tons heavier. But I would say nowadays, you know, that's not always the case. Like, say you're 10 tons under, what are you gonna do? Up-ton your Shadowcat, up-ton your Ice Ferret, up-ton your Spider? Like, there are no better options than those. Or, like, say you're in a push deck, what are you gonna do? Up-ton your Charger or your Skull? Like, I would say tonnage isn't really the most deciding factor anymore.
So, I mean, and that makes me think and wonder, is it just because the 45 tonners are so good that 50 tonners are to a point of not really being good anymore or at all? Or Is it just player preference, strat preference?
I don't know. I think it's that we've sort of moved away from tonnage with how strong some of the quirks or how strong some of the hardpoint configs on these mechs are. But we don't have to waste time anymore. They're locked. We don't have to kill any time by talking about idle things. So let's get to it.
I think this is going to be... This one's probably everyone's most anticipated match to see so far. Because, again, there's a lot of history, again, between the two teams. Especially with the pilots that are on each team. Right, I'm flying over towards the Sigma side.
Alrighty. Revenant is running a Stone Rhino, Marauder 2C, Atlas RS, Blackjack, Ice Ferret, Viper, Javelin, Osiris. So this is gonna be a very it's gonna be a mid-range vomit sort of just walk at the end.
Yeah. Again, DSC, you have a Starno SR6, the Ice Ferret J, a Marauder 4L. That's going to be Goss Peep. You have a Shadowcat, Mr. Pichu, going to be the typical one. You have the Flea 19, a Blackjack 1X, a Jenner 2C2, and a Longbow Overcharge. What's on the Blackjack? It's going to be binaries. Longbow is going to be 4 large and 6 ER mediums. Very interesting. I know the ER mediums and large lasers are going to be about the same cooldown. 4 large pulses, 7 ER mediums on the Stone Rhino 6, and again 2 Goss 2 ER PPC on the 4L.
I would say 5JD Revenants has a sustained advantage. Sustained DPS if they can sort of force a drawn-out, protracted fight. But if DSC does manage to keep them at arm's length, does manage to force them to poke and trade throughout the whole match, they definitely have this one in the bag. Dimrog is just waiting on Theta, waiting for somebody to walk up, probably so we can get an easy burn. DSC doesn't really seem to care too much about caps. They got their home cap, and beyond that, I think they're just playing it a little slower, a little safer.
Yeah. Did you take a look at Carbon's Stone Rhino?
Oh, I did. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I'm very curious to see how this one plays. Magic and Stam are playing the Theta. Yeah, he has Nerks.
Yeah, he's trying to get that early. Huh?
Carbon self-destructed!
He alpha striked.
He alpha'd. Oh no! Well, that's interesting. Can we get F's in the chat for Carbon, please?
We have gained Epsilon.
Now that this is a completely, this is a completely different game now.
Dark Sea Corsairs doesn't want to play this unsafe though. They're just gonna play their game, even though the opposing team is an assault mech down. They're not really gonna get any more aggro. They're just gonna get caps, and they're just gonna control for as long as they can.
Bacon is just taking a lot of damage in that Blackjack. He's down to already 68% and dropping very rapidly. Trading against the DSC line is just not a good idea for him at the moment. Same build as Chickens. Yeah, in order to make this fight anywhere remotely close, like, the Lyran guards are gonna have to pick another assault. And without taking any damage for it, again. But if you look at DSC, they're all stacked on that Theta side with a lot of their trade and everything. Not having that Stone Rhino is really going to hurt. They're going to make the push now with the Atlas RS pushing.
Oh,
yep.
No, I don't like this, but I mean, I don't know.
They're jumping Nyan.
Carbon already died. Revenants is gonna be hard pressed in order to get this. It's going to take bold action, and that's what they're trying to do here.
Nyan gets picked.
Yonder goes down to legs. Assault is just farming here in the center. He's about to get ran down, but I don't know. losing the Stone Rhino just hurts so much. I don't see how Revenants can win this.
Assault's giving his back to a machine gun mech right now. Kogert goes down. Banky goes down. Assault goes down. Simrock's down to 70%, but I don't really think that matters a whole terrible lot. No, never mind. He goes down. Sleepy's Django goes down. You have Monk and Sleepy both like Monk at 68, Sleepy at 53.
Chicken Lord. Wow. Chicken Man is doing everything he can to sort of stay in cover, stay away from those lights, poke them as much as he can. He's getting ran down by Viper, but Chicken is lagged. Sleepy Human is not long. Sleepy Human goes down. Yeah, this
Canadian's
is
down. Yeah,
this is a DSC win.
And it's not even. Again, who can capitalize on the mistake first? Like who? Yeah. Looking at damage numbers here, looks like Monk with 301 kill in the Atlas, and then over on the DSC side, it looks like you have Hollow in the 4L doing 490 right behind them with Chicken at 482.
Yeah. You said Carbon Fire had like 6 medium pulse, 6 ER meds, and
So
2 large pulse?
He was 2 large pulse, 6 ER mediums, and 7 medium pulse lasers.
Yeah, so if you Alpha Strike, that's enough to put you in the dirt.
Yeah. What was he even shooting?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. That was something. All right. Next map is HPG Manifold. We are going to swap sides here.
Oh, let me fix servers. HPG. Yeah, again, I think all that tonnage off the board immediately does not help in the slightest.
No. Losing any mech for free, but I mean, losing a 100-tonner is just... Ooh, boy. But yeah, moving on to HPG. Let's see. How do I think they're gonna play this? I've scrimmed both these teams, so assuming they play the strats we've done in scrims, I know how they're going to play it. If I was to predict, assuming I don't know anything, Darksea Corsairs definitely, like you said, they have some of the best traders currently in the game. So I would not be surprised if there was a lot of ER large Goss on the walls, a very strong Wolfpack in the center. Stimrog does prefer his more pokey trade strafe sort of non-brawl lights, so I wouldn't be surprised if Darksea Corsairs is a lot less committal with their brawl deck and is more playing around, you know, getting a 3-cap, holding it, and trading it.
Yeah, I think realistically both sides we're just gonna see pretty much exact same decks from both sides, exact same strat. You're gonna have 1 to 2 mechs on the wall. The rest are gonna be playing that lower bowl almost. Again, I think whoever takes Theta is really going to put the pressure on the other team to either get a pick, take another cap, or just force more pressure down there.
I don't know. I don't really want to... Well, it hurts to call Last Drop a win for DSC because Carbon Fire deciding that he was tired of living. But, yeah, I don't know. This might just be, let's see how things go within even playing field. Let's see how things fare
Yeah.
out when it's a full 8v8.
Yeah, I really want to, like, because you hate to see that both as like a player on either side of the ball, and as well as someone that's watching it and everything. Because you want to see these two heavyweights go and slug it out, but if you have that one mistake that just ends costing it big time, it's just something that doesn't really feel good. Because you're the momentum's not there. You're not feeling confident about yourself because it's just a cook. And I'm watching the chat's reaction to Carbon cooking himself, and there's a lot of Fs. A lot of Fs. But let's hope he remembers his override this time.
No,
Or to unoverride, I should say.
Let's hope he remembers his weapon groups. Override was what
Yeah.
got him killed.
Yeah, I'm just watching it back. It's just that could have been such a slugfest if that one thing didn't happen.
Well, and now we're gonna see. DSC is locked in with a pretty even map spread. With Carbon, or not DSC, Revenants is locked in with a pretty even map spread. So I'm pretty sure they're just gonna do. Well, I mean, it looks like they're just gonna do ER large trade on wall, heavy wolf pack in center, but
Yeah. I think again.
Or
we can see basement brawl.
No,
Basement
I don't think we're gonna
boys?
see basement brawl. I don't think either of these teams would do basement brawl, but I mean, looking at their lances, Revenants is definitely a bit more front heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have as many mechs on the wall, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we are waiting on them to just lock. They're at 475 for DSC. House is in Charlie by himself, but again, that really doesn't. He's gonna go get a cap.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
He's just gonna run off, get a cap, and then regroup with the team.
Yeah. Yeah,
Come on, chicken.
There we go. All right. All right, going towards the other side.
Who do we have here? Let's see. On the Revenant side, Phoenix Hawk 7S, Longbow Overcharge, Direwolf W, XEM, Osiris 1P, Jenner 2C2. Oopsies, I am showing the wrong side. Give me 1 second. I forgot to swap their sides on the scoreboards. And let's see.
Carbon, a Corsair 7A, Django and a Javelin, Shadow and a Mislinks, Cougar and the Viper, Bacon Lord and a 1X. We got a 7V from Luminos, and a Night Gear coming from 10 Lyran as well. With the Night Gear coming from Sleepy, and I think that one's going to be Daka. And Monk and a Stalker 4N, that's interesting. I know that one has the HSL, so you'll be able to pack like 3 binaries and 3 mediums.
It'd be really cool if the logo. There we go. All right. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like
we have Gamma.
Jade Kite, Stalker 4N, and Longbow 7V feels like center control. Feels like they're gonna put a lot of their bigs right in the middle.
Well, so that Longbow's 4 large 5ER mediums with 2 rocket launchers to get the damage negation for the missiles. But I feel like that's missing a gun.
Ooh,
unless I'm mistaken.
House is running a snub Phoenix. No, for the 7V, 4 large 5ER meds is the correct amount. It does have 9 energy.
Okay. I'm thinking of the overcharge then.
Monkiazzo running 3 binary. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. DSC's lights need to play a lot carefully. A lot more carefully, just because if Revenants does walk up with this extreme amount of mid-range firepower, they are going to be in a prime position to immediately burn the legs off of any light that shows up.
Yeah. You get a little bit of a trade-off between Stim and Django, with the Corsair kind of gaining a little bit in that action. Django worse for around that HP trade.
Yeah. Darkseed Corsairs, their lights have clearly seen that they are outgunned in the middle. They're pulling it back. They're playing a little safer. I think they're gearing up to do a 5-man rush to Theta. Simrog's going in to scout it. Nope, never mind. He's just running across.
Does he still have his Narc? Yes, he does. Okay.
Yes.
In typical Stimrock fashion. I think Narcs is one of those underutilized tools that a lot of teams really don't use a whole lot, because they can give you so much information for about that 30-second time span, if I remember correctly. But again, Lumi's over here. Just as you were saying, there's a lot of mid-range hold from the 10 Lyran guards. Playing within their optimals and just so far just kind of dominating this match in the trade.
Yeah,
I think like the lights from DSC have to get active somehow.
I think they're very afraid to do it though.
Yeah.
Shadow Ace is going back to full cap Epsilon.
Chicken's gonna look for intel over here.
House is getting very close, trying to get better angles. Mm-hmm. What does Sleepy have in his Jade Kite? 5 large bolts. Okay.
Oh, really? Interesting. Magic and Stim are pushing the left side here.
Yeah.
Maybe
despite
trying to get something.
Overwhelming firepower advantage Revenants has right now. DSC does seem to be pulling slightly ahead in trades, but everybody is still almost entirely fresh, so I wouldn't entirely say it's an issue right now.
Yeah, you have Carbon and Sleepy down in the 70 percentile as well. Bassault's at 92 in his Direwolf, and Nyan's down to 85 in the XE. And then I believe, Hollow's still relatively fresh in the longbow.
Yeah. Sleepy Human does have to drop. Oh yeah. Revenant's mechs are not looking good right now. Sleepy Human is almost open CT. Nightgear, well known for having a massive CT. Basalt is pretty much fresh in his dire. Windscape is fresh. Yander's doing all right. Not great, but all right. Yeah. Caps are not critical, but they might be critical here soon. But Revenants is just bleeding too much armor.
Yeah.
I would say this match is far from over, but it's a very early lead in favor of DSC health-wise.
DSC's going in. DC's going in for the basement.
Ooh. Oh, a beautiful opening burn from Bacon Lord. Doesn't really get punished for it. Cougar's caught alone.
Cougar's gonna get caught.
Yeah, he's gonna get legged before he can escape. Oh, maybe. Yep, he's legged.
Yeah.
He does manage to jump up to safety, but DSC isn't even gonna follow him. They're just going to run down Monkiazzo and the Stalker and Sleepy Human.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous place to peek. Yeah, this is dangerous to peek.
Oh my goodness.
Nyan's gonna shove. Nightgear goes down.
Yep. Shadow Ace is just running in the Shadow.
Lumi has a backshot angle on DSC right now from the left-hand side.
Lumi and Cougar are sneaking in. However, DSC's turning around to deal with them.
Yeah. Chicken's down to 45 and dropping fastly. They are trying to take data, but they're bleeding a lot for this. Chicken basically needs to get out of dodge. Bacon's going to push in here.
I think DSC has won the basement fight, which means that they've won the match. I think DSC has won. I think it's over. I think DSC is about to pull out with a round 2 win. Unless they throw
goes
tremendously, whoever wins the brawl down in the basement is just the one who wins the match.
Windscape goes down.
Osiris, Monkiazzo and
the
Bacon
Dire's
Lord
dropping
in, trying to get as much damage as they can.
Django kills Shadow. Bacon kills Nyan. Monk goes down. Yeah, this again is just should be a DSC win.
Halfway to victory. We need to keep holding on.
Yeah, now goes Bacon. Yeah. Carbon, 1 Corsair in a dream.
You went from the first to die to the last to die. But now 5 JDF, or now Revenant can't stop the caps. DSC's gonna run around. Bassalt's gonna swing around in the Dire. Ooh, will he? Carbon manages to get a shot off without dying. Maybe. Oh, nope, that's it.
Yeah.
I am surprised to see a Corsair 7A. It's not a bad mech. I would equate the Corsair to the ER large Banshee. Can bring very good firepower to bear, but in the age of the current trading power, its CT is just way too big.
Yeah, I know personally playing with Carbon, he loves that mech to death, and there's no one that can play it better than he can. But like when you're trading against, and I think he feels confident trading against like the dire, like Basalt and a Dire Wolf or a Stone Rhino. I think he felt confident in it. I just think they banked too much on it.
Well, I mean, I would definitely agree the Corsair is 100% a comfort pick. Seeing as Neon Dare dropped early, and it was almost just Basalt and Carbon 1v1ing. I would say that confidence might be a little misplaced, but that's just me.
Yeah. Looking at damage numbers here, you have House and the Phoenix Hawk 7S, the Snubs doing 561 with 2 kills. Over on the 10th Lyran Guards, you're looking at the highest damage of 466 from Carbon with the Corsair 7A. Everyone else had about 100 to 200 damage. So,
especially when your deck has so much more mid-range power, it definitely hurts to lose a brawl. I am a little surprised. I would say Revenants brought a much stronger deck if they played it correctly, but I mean, if you look at the basement fight though, they were just completely out of sorts. They allowed themselves to get picked off one by one, you know, split off into a group of 3 and a group of 2, and then Darkseid just had pretty much full freedom for, you know, whichever split off group they wanted to fight first. And I think at that point, HPG is one of those maps where if you have a basement brawl, whoever wins that brawl wins the game 95% of the time. And Darkseid Corsairs won that brawl handily.
yeah. It's like, I mean, everyone likes to kind of, you know, make fun of the basement brawl, but it can be extremely effective in winning the fight immediately. Because I think it's that moment of, oh, there's a lot of mechs here, hey, we need to kill them, or hey, we need to retreat. Either way, someone's going to be bleeding armor, and someone's probably going to lose a leg, like we saw with the Viper. And there's not a whole lot to be able to fight there. So I know you're bringing like the possibility of like HPG Classic coming back. Do you think that this fight would have been completely different if that map was played instead of this one?
Nope. Well, I mean, it would have been played differently because they're different maps, but I think the outcome would have been the same.
Mm-hmm. So again, score right now is going to be DSC 2 wins to 10th Lyran Guards 0. 10th Lyran Guards basically need to pull a mantra here and just reverse sweep this. Yeah, if you're 10th Lyran Guards, what are you thinking?
That is what they're thinking. Just how do we do this?
Yeah. I think what's been really surprising also is like the use of Daka between the two drops so far. Like Mantra and Potato Carry, there was quite a bit of heavy use of Daka, because you know they did get buff before CS started, and then now again we have and now looking at this one, there's really not a whole lot of Daka being played necessarily.
I would say Daka is a lot better if you can rely on your team or your opponents to sort of force the enemy's hand and brawl non-stop, but I mean, neither of these teams are the type of team to do that, in my opinion. Revenants is fully locked, waiting on Darkseid Corsairs. I think Dark Sea Corsairs is just going to run a very cookie cutter, vomit, mid-range trade deck. I don't think we're going to see a run around the map and cap like we did for Potato and Mantra. But yeah,
Your
your
DSC and you're feeling good.
Be a 3-0.
Yeah. DSC is feeling good. They're feeling nice and warm, ready to rock, and they're just gonna go in there and just run what they always do. Because to them right now, their thought process is we have the better pilots, so let's go prove it. And this is probably what this deck's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of vomit, a lot of skill showing, and it's just plain and simple right there. So, 10th Lyran just has to pull off all the stops to even get this to drop 4. They have to play quite literally perfect, and just take every single mistake the DSC makes and capitalize on it tenfold. So, 10 Lyran here is kind of set up in a 3-3-2, 2 in Alpha, 3 Bravo, 3 Charlie. If I remember correctly, I think they might be pushing for a little bit more of the Charlie side here on Terra from the Team 1. Correction, of course, Epsilon. The 2 in Alpha are probably just going to be there to go grab Sigma and then maybe flank from a Theta side. Could we see a Volcano play?
No. Neither of these teams, in my opinion, are the type to do it. It takes, well, I mean, Mantra is the type to do it, but I would say both these teams are very dead set in playing the current, meta. So I wouldn't see. Yeah, I don't really see them doing it. Yeah. Unless it's some super weird, cheeky scout play, but I wouldn't expect them to commit to it for long.
Yeah, I think definitely with a lot of the new weapons too have kind of pushed the meta more so into the kind of having the speed and the adaptability to do everything. And kind of really not so much of that really focal into the archetypes of certain builds and everything. But anyways, both teams are locked. We're gonna drop here. Make sure everything's running on stream well. Okay. I think with this one running so fast, I think we might actually be catching up the time to where for the next match is going to be Vile versus 1FR.
I believe the next match is supposed to start in 15 minutes. Wow, go us.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to fly over to the Gamma side.
Alright. We have Dark Sea Corsairs running a Shadowcat, a Hunchback 2C, a Flea, a Viper, an XE, a Dire Wolf, a Stone Rhino, and a Spider 5V. The Cap Spider strikes again.
I mean,
I am. No, actually, I'm not really surprised to see a Hunchback 2CA.
Oh, you think you can just see one Cap Spider? You're wrong. Simrog's in a 5V. Oh, I'm on the wrong side then. Yeah, we got Daka from Carbon with the KDK3, a Madcat Mark 2B, Javin 11F, Osiris 1P, Ice Ferret, SR1, and another Viper. So probably gonna be a Daka push again. Nice to see that the 1P is getting some usage.
Madcat Mark II with 4 5s and 2 plasmas. People,
we have gained Epsilon.
Please, just
Kappa is under enemy
bring
control.
the correct amount of firepower for a mech that size. I am not enthused with the Kodiak 3. The Kodiak 3 feels like
Resource point
another
beta is
comfort mech.
ours.
That is not a good mech in comp.
I think the thought process was how can we get high mounted DACA, and we're already bringing in SR1.
Yeah, but I mean even then,
So
it's just too fragile.
yeah, if only if there was somebody that could make it a little bit better.
No. Magic Pain Glove and House seem to be they're interested in Sigma. I don't know if they'll end up getting it, but Revenants currently does have the 3 cap, but I don't think they'll be able to hold Sigma, so very
What is
soon,
Ghosty doing?
Simrog's going back to Gamma. Yeah, very soon DSC will have the 3 cap. I stand corrected. I said they wouldn't do what Potato Carry did, but they are doing exactly what Potato Carry did.
Yeah.
So
Come look at Ghosty. Come look at this angle.
oh yeah, I like
That's
that.
a thing.
Forces have
Yeah.
Sigma.
It's gonna be almost impossible to take that cap from her. So yeah, like I
someone's
said,
gonna go try.
I said that they aren't gonna do exactly what Potato Carry did, but DSC is doing exactly what Potato Carry did. So let's see if they can pull it off. I think just looking at their composition and their current placements, I think they're going to be able to hold this cap for the entire match. I don't know about you, but they immediately look a lot more stable than Potato Carry ever did.
Absolutely, I agree. There's just something there's that skill gap that's kind of essentially really being shown here. Is just like DSC's ability to do the same strat and make it work even more effective and take different angles and kind of really show how you're supposed to do it. I'm really curious to see if they've watched the Potato Carry match and be like, oh, hey, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna do it even better. Watch this.
Revenants is gonna make a pretty strong play for Sigma. Magic's gonna have to back off. However, with Basalt and Yandere on Overwatch, I'm not sure how they'll be able to get the cap, especially since none of their mechs have extreme range. All their mechs are DACA. So
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure how they plan to challenge Basalt. And also, they've taken everybody off Epsilon. I would not be surprised if this is Stimrog. Yup, he's going around. He will probably go for Epsilon here shortly, just to establish that temporary 4 cap. But yeah, I fail to see how Revenants will be able to take this cap back. As long as DSC doesn't bleed any extreme armor, they will be fine.
Again, really, it's just 10th Lyran needs to find the mistake. And they need to find the mistake and find the next one and the next one and basically roll that into the win in order to keep going.
So, as somebody who's fought this strat a lot, Sigma is never the play. Sigma is always a trap. You need to get Gamma. Gamma is your easiest option, and you need to get Theta, Gamma, Epsi. The fact that both Mantra and Revenants are putting so much force into Sigma makes it very clear to me that they haven't played against this strat that much, and they haven't realized what the primary ways to counter it are. Chicken Man is going to get a little bit of a duel with Shadow Ace up here. I'm pretty sure Shadow Ace is legged. He's already legged.
Right.
He's an Osiris legged on top of the volcano. I don't know what he's going to do. Chicken Man immediately gets the legs and leaves. Doesn't even stay to kill, which is the absolute smart play. JP Django tried to get Gamma only to fail thanks to the Hunchback on Overwatch, and now House is coming in to pick a fight. Actually 2v1. I was about to say, I don't know if House wins that 1v1.
That could become a 4v2 very quickly if they're not
House
careful.
Is legged.
Yep.
Oh, House is gonna have to make Gamma his home, but
JP's running away.
House is gonna die to the Wolfpack. However, there is a way this Wolfpack can get Gamma. They have to send 3 of their mechs to run down everybody else, in order to burn armor and buy time for somebody to get Gamma. But if they can't do that, then they're just not gonna get it.
They're focused on killing. Yeah, down goes House. And then now you have that Hunchback way off in the distance.
They aren't burning anybody to get Gamma though. Neonder is still there. They're just running down Ghosty, who's just farming. I don't even think
they're gonna run her down. I think they were trying to find Stim to kill him. I think they have an inkling of where she is, but I mean, Cougar knows now, but there's just so many angles on Gamma that, like, for them to try and take, there's no way that they can take it, because you have the your large trader way up there that's trading, and then you have the Hunchback over there as well. Again, just really, really great positioning from DSC. Like, it doesn't even matter that DSC is down a mech right now. And Epsilon's going down as well.
Carbon fire.
Yep, he's dead. Straight CT.
Swinging hard in their bags. I think it's over at this point.
Yep.
I think that even if Revenants kills everybody in DSC right now, which they just killed Hollow, Basalt is looking pretty hurt. I think it's over. Stimrog has just gotten Epsilon. I assume that's Stimrog. So it's over. Caps or win. This is going to be a 3-0 in favor of DSC. Oh no, it's not Stimrog. It's Chicken Man. But I mean, even then, it's over.
Yeah. Hey, you were talking about not really seeing an ear large Gauss Direwolf. There's one here. Again, never say never. Just perfect setup, perfect execution, and just absolute hard counter to everything that 10th Lyran brought. So, again, congrats DSC. Gonna move on to the next round.
And we shall see Revenants in the losers bracket, which is interesting because it's interesting because both of these teams are in contention to get top 4. At least. I would say Revenants top 4, DSC top 2. Yet, just due to how seeding goes, one of them immediately had to go to the
Yeah. So, looking at the damage here, 9 and 747, 1 kill in the Executioner. Followed up right behind is going to be Basalt and the Direwolf W at 630. 10th Lyran, your highest damage is going to be Monk at the SR1 with 565, 1 kill. And you have 2 double Ds from 10th Lyran with House getting a double D as well. So, again, congratulations, DSC. Very, very clear-cut, concise win.
It's not that I'm disappointed. Well, actually, no, I am. I was expecting a 3-0, but I wasn't expecting this much of a 3-0. Well, I mean, Carbon Fire did die for free in game 1, so there's that. However, we're gonna take a 5-minute break so then we can start on time for game 3. So we will see you all soon with the upcoming Vile against FRR.
Yeah.